Good afternoon, students. So, students, we have already finished chapter 1, that is chemical reactions and equations. So, today we will start with next chapter, that is acids, bases and salts. What is a acid? Dikshita Darshini, can you give the answer to this question? What is acid? What is the chemical name of common salt? Ritu, can you answer this question? Use your microphone to answer this question. Chemical name of common salt. What is the chemical name of common salt? So, what is the acid? Acids are sour in taste. They turn blue litmus red and they release hydrogen ions in water. What is the chemical name of common salt? Common salt which we use at home. The chemical name of common salt is sodium chloride, that is NaCl. Now students, just refer the document and see the examples of acids. You will see that sulfuric acid, the formula is H2SO4. Hydrochloric acid, it is written as HCl. Nitric acid as HNO3. What is common in all these acids? Tashmin, what is common in all these acids? Okay. Hydrogen is common in all these acids, that is sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid and nitric acid, which you can see in the document. So all these acids contain hydrogen, which is common, but hydrogen is not free. Okay. Here hydrogen and sulfate, they are joined together by some strong bonds, and here the hydrogen is not free. So what happens when water is added? You take the case of hydrochloric acid, or you can take the case of nitric acid. Now here they are combined. Hydrogen and sulfate ions are combined. They are bonded together. But when water is added to this, let us take the case of hydrochloric acid. You can see in the document also, when water is added to it, hydrochloric acid or any acid, what happens? The bond between hydrogen atom and chlorine atom, that weakens and it breaks. Okay, so water, it breaks the bonds between these elements, and the free hydrogen ions are released in water, or you can say the ions are released in water. So on adding water, the acids, they dissociates mean break. The acids, they dissociate to liberate ions in water. So the ion, one will be cation, another will be anion. So here cation is what? The atom which having positive charge. So here the cation is hydrogen and other is the anion. For example, you can see hydrochloric acid, you can see in the document, students. Now in hydrochloric acid, hydrogen and chlorine atom are not free, they are bonded together. So when water is added, what happens? This hydrogen and chlorine bond breaks, and hydrogen and chlorine are liberated or released in water in the form of ions. You can see here hydrogen ions plus chlorine ions, H positive and Cl negative, and it is the presence of these hydrogen ions, H positive ions, that acids show acidic characters or acidic properties, or they behave as acids. I hope all of you have understood this thing. Okay, now when in hydrochloric acid, okay, when you will add water, what will happen? Dissociation of hydrochloric acid will take place and free ions are released in water. Water will contain free H positive ions, and water will also contain free negative ions also, or anions also. But the presence of these H positive ions will give acidic properties to the acids. Now in this, if you will put blue litmus, okay, blue litmus is an indicator which tells us whether a particular substance is an acid or a base or a salt. Now when you will add, or when you will put blue litmus, what will happen? The blue litmus will change into red. Okay, I hope all of you have understood this thing. So proper, and acids are sour in taste. Now again you see the examples of bases. You can see in the file or the document which I have uploaded in the campus care, you will see, just refer the example of base, that is potassium hydroxide, which is written as KOH. Calcium hydroxide, which is written as CaOH in a bracket twice, and NaOH, that is sodium hydroxide. So just see these examples of bases. Now Arpita Day, just tell me what is common in this base, that is KOH, calcium hydroxide, and sodium hydroxide. Now here OH is common. What is common? OH, that is hydroxyl ions are common. Okay. Now here what is happening? This potassium or calcium, they are combined with OH ions or hydroxyl ions. Okay. Now here what happens? This positive, that is the potassium if you take, calcium if you take, they are positive ions, and OH, that is the negative ions. So what is happening here? The negative and the positive ions, they are combined together by the strong forces. Okay, and they are in the combined form. But when water is added, in the same way it is done with in acids. So when water is added, what happens? The bonds between the hydroxyl and the metal, it breaks, and the ions, free ions or free hydroxyl ions are liberated or released in water. Suppose if you are taking potassium hydroxide, okay, and in that if you add water, what will happen? The bond between potassium and hydroxyl, it will dissociate, it will break. Then what will happen? Free potassium and hydroxyl ions are released in water. Now hydroxyl ions are also released in water, due to which that solution, it behaves as a base. I hope all of you have understood. Bases are bases due to the presence of free hydroxyl ions. I hope all of you have understood. Just you can refer the document NaOH plus H2O. So this water, H2O is water and NaOH is sodium hydroxide. So when the water is added in sodium hydroxide, what will happen? This sodium hydroxide will dissociate, it will break, and what you will get? Sodium plus OH ions. You can just refer the documents, children. Okay. So now this OH ion is present, and sodium hydroxide will behave as base. You can take the case of calcium hydroxide also. This is calcium hydroxide. Now when in calcium hydroxide you will add water, you will get calcium ions plus hydroxyl ions. Here also you are getting OH ions. So in all these examples, OH ions are released in water, thereby they behave as a base. And base, they have bitter taste, and base, they turn red litmus blue. I hope all of you are understanding this thing. If any one of you have any doubt, you can clarify the doubt, because today I will give you the introduction of acid, bases and salt, and tomorrow we will start with the study the details of the chapter. So what is, it's simple, means what are acids? Acids which releases hydrogen ions in water, and bases which release hydroxyl ions in water. That is okay. Now students, this was in journal about acids and bases. Now what are organic acids? These are not given in your book, so please try to understand. What are organic acids? Organic acids are those acids in which the acid contains carbon atom, or organic substances which shows acidic properties are called as organic acids. So organic acids are what? Which contains carbon atom in it. Now since it is organic acid, it is an acid, definitely it will contain hydrogen, because acids contain hydrogen ions, okay, and bases contains OH ions, okay, which is liberated as a free ions on adding water. So what is a organic acid? Or since it is an acid, it will contain hydrogen, but it will have carbon atom. So now organic acids are generally weak acids, and they are found in food. For example, citric acid, for example, malic acid, it is found in apple. So here the and carbonic acid, you can see in the slide that carbonic acid is a weak acid, and the formula of carbonic acid is H2CO3. Now you will see that C is also present here, so it is a organic acids. Okay, now what are inorganic acids? This organic inorganism is not given in your book, so please try to pay attention. And most of the students of class 10 is not attending the class, and I am telling you, if you will not attend the class, you will not understand chemistry. So organic acids which contain carbon as one of the atom, since it's an acid, it will contain hydrogen. What are inorganic acids? Inorganic acids are those acids where or which does not contain carbon atom. Okay, like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid. These acids are also called as minerals, and they are generally strong. They are strong acids. I hope all of you have understood. Now, another is, what do you mean by strong acids? Strong acids, as you all know that in acids, when water is added, okay, what happens? It breaks, the bond breaks, and free hydrogen is released. Okay, now, the acids? This thing happens in acids. Now, suppose there are 2-3 acids, like A is one acid. Let me say, HA is one acid. These are the examples. HB is another acid, HC is third acid. Now let me say on adding water, they will dissociate. Okay. Now let me say in first case, that is in HA, whole of the hydrogen atom has changed into hydrogen ions on adding water. In B, most of the hydrogen atom is changed into hydrogen ion on adding water. But in case 3, only 20% of hydrogen atom is changed into hydrogen ion. So which is the strongest one? First one is the strongest one, and last one is the weakest one. So what are strong acids? Strong acids are those acids in which after adding water, whole of the or most of the hydrogen atoms are converted into hydrogen ions. Because the more hydrogen ions, the more strong will be the acid. Understood all of you? Examples you can say sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acids, they all are strong acids. So students, this is very important. What are strong acids? Where most of the hydrogen that is changed into free hydrogen ions. So where are these free hydrogen ions present? It is present in the solution, because in acid you are adding water. Now a solution is formed, and in that solution only there will be hydrogen ions also, and there will be anions also. So in strong acids, what will happen? In that solution there will be more hydrogen ions. So it will be a strong acid. And in weak acids, whole of the hydrogen atom is not changed into hydrogen ions. Okay. Now suppose if you have taken carbonic acid, which is a weak acid. Okay, you add water. So in carbonic acid, some of the hydrogen atoms will change to hydrogen ions, but not all. So the amount of hydrogen ions, that is H positive ions, present in that solution will be less. So it will behave as a weak acid. I hope all of you have understood this thing. Okay. Now students, another example, another one is dilute acids and concentrated acids. What is a dilute acid? Dilute acids are those acids where the amount of water is more as compared to acid. And what are concentrated acids? Where the amount of water is less compared to acid. Okay students, now indicators. First of all, how you come to know that a particular substance is an acid, base or a salt? Because you cannot taste it. Acids you cannot taste and you can say like if it is sour, it's an acid. How you come to know? by using indicators. Indicators are the dyes which change the color in the acids. Okay, and by the color change we come to know that a particular substance is a acid or a base. Now indicators are of two types: natural indicators and synthetic indicators. Natural indicators are those indicators which are naturally obtained, okay, or they are extracted from some natural organism, or they are naturally used as a indicator, like litmus solution. Litmus, it's a natural indicator which is extracted from lichens. Okay, and turmeric is also a natural indicator. How? Now soap is okay. Now when turmeric falls on the clothes, suppose, okay, what happens? You clean it with soap and suddenly you see that the color changes to red. The color of the turmeric is yellow, but when you wash or clean it with soap, which is base, the color changes to red. So it shows the change of color of turmeric from yellow to red indicates that the particular substance is a base. I hope all of you have understood, because turmeric changes its color to red in base. China rose, that is also a indicator, natural indicator. Then other synthetic indicators like phenolphthalein, methyl orange, okay, which are prepared. Okay, so these are the natural and the synthetic indicators. Then there are olfactory indicators also. So about olfactory indicators and the chemical reactions or the chemical properties of acids and bases we will discuss in next class. Now students, anyone has any doubt can clear the doubt, and I have given one assignment. Okay, only 4 or 5 questions are there that you will do after hearing the audio, and you will submit me before time.